The curriculum framing questions section is thoroughly covered on the Intel CD. The next section to discuss is the assessment timeline section. There are many ways to assess learning. Begin by looking online for links to digital assessment tools. What is online that can help you assess what your students are doing? You will learn more about online assessment tools later. Also, look at ways to assess by going and clicking on the Assessment Strategies link in the lesson. Assessment Strategies and Definitions. Here you have different ways, creative ways to assess what your students have done. Unlike the example, I would like for you to place 2 or 3 online assessment tools on the timeline and 2 or 3 assessment strategies on the timeline. And then there will be one type of assessment that will be called an online quiz. Notice that the assessments will be used before the project work begins. How are you going to assess them? Then while they are working, how are you going to assess them? And then after the project work has been completed, how are your students going to be assessed? So you have 6 areas that you will include in your assessment timeline. One of the timeline columns must say online quiz. It doesn't make any difference which one of these columns says online quiz, but one of them must be an online quiz. Go to Easy Test Maker. I'll go to the link in the lesson. Here you can sign up, and there is a free subscription for educators. When you are asked to put your email address in here, use your Uconnect address with .edu. That is if they ask you. When you create your quiz, I would like for you to have 3 multiple choice questions and 2 true-false questions. Once the quiz is finished, you can copy and paste the quiz into the assessment summary. Section of the unit plan. Notice that Jane has made a link to hers. She has hers as a PDF file. So you can put a file in here. You can have your questions, or you can link to your quiz. I prefer that you have your copy and pasted questions in this assessment summary area. The bulk of the unit plan is the instructional procedures section. Be as specific as you can. Yours does not have to be like the example, but you must have each of your class projects mentioned, stating when and how you will use them in the instructional procedure. I want to see a lot of detail. Write your procedures so a substitute teacher can come into your class and know exactly what to do. Note that in this example we have not gotten into Web 2.0 or apps yet. You will be able to insert that information later in the semester. Notice that the assignments have been embedded into the unit plan. You may embed your assignments into the procedures section according to the instructions in the lesson table of contents. Insert links to direct the reader to your online projects. Be specific and follow the unit plan rubric. The last section for discussion is the accommodation for differentiated instruction. The directions are in the lesson overview. They're on your Intel CD. Once you launch Essentials, then you'll go to the Resources tab and click on Differentiation. Review all of this information in the section, but I want you to focus on the Additional Resources section. By clicking on the different links for differentiation section, you will see many ways you can modify your instruction for the different types of learners. In the unit plan accommodations section, state in each section how you would modify your instruction to accommodate each of the listed learning types. Be extensive. I do not want to see that you will have someone help others, or the gifted person will be helping others. I want to see how you will modify your instruction. The CD section will be most helpful. The remainder of the unit plan is self-explanatory. Please email or call with questions.